And so now when we look at the second spreadsheet assignment where you create your own, we'll start with the blank not blank, but you'll start with a template where you're going to put in what you want to do. And I'll show you one idea that I had, okay, for making a decision. Okay, and so for my decision, I'm going to do place to go on vacation. Okay. And I'm trying to choose between 3 places. Okay, so again, you will choose your own thing you want to decide, but this will give you an idea of what to do. So I'm going to choose between going to California, going to Scotland, and let's say a place that we often go, going to Maine. Okay? And what are some of the things that I would consider? So now I'm going to list the factors that I'm going to consider. Okay? So let's say the weather. So we'll assume we're going in the summer. Which place has the best weather? And next we'll assume I'll call it exoticness. So where will I see different things than I'm used to? Okay, where is the best scenery? Okay, so that's a tough call between California, Scotland, and Maine. How about for food? Where's the best food? Scotland probably will not win that one. And where's the best for dogs? Best for dogs. Okay, so can you take the dogs? Okay, and then last thing might do is where can we visit most family? Okay, and so we'll worry about the weighting a little bit later. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by something there. But for weather, well, in general, California has the best weather. Scotland's the most exotic of my 3 choices. Okay, so I already, the other 2 are all in America. Scenery, where's the best scenery? Oh, well, that's a hard choice, but I think you have to pick Scotland, Maine, California, close behind. Food, definitely not Scotland. Well, of course, there's lobster in Maine, so you might say that the best food is in Maine. Best place for dogs, well, since we can't take dogs to Scotland, it's a 6-month quarantine. Best place is Maine. We'd have to fly to California, couldn't take the dogs. Where can we see the most family? Well, since they all live in Maine or near Maine, that would be our best choice. Okay, and now you have to decide, well, how much am I going to multiply these things by to give it a weight? Okay, so the bigger the number you put in here, the more points you're going to give to that. And since we, on vacation, we often want to go somewhere interesting, so let's give a high weight to exoticness. And also, since dogs are the main part of our family, we'll give that same high weight to it being a good place for dogs. Family, well, that's important too, because we're on vacation, you have to see your family. Okay, so food is important, but you shouldn't decide your vacation on that. I know some people who do, but we don't. And scenery, something definitely like, so we'll call that a 2. And then the weather, well, the weather on vacation, you want good weather, so we'll give that a 2. Okay, so now we've got it. So we're going to add up our things. So let's add up for California. So it is in column C. So we're going to say sum. Okay, so I'll have that same problem I'm trying to fix. So for right now, we'll just write it here in caps, sum. So we're going to do the sum, and it's the sum of C5 to C10. Okay, and then we'll go over and we'll put equal sign in front of that. Okay, and then it annoyingly gets very small. So there we have just one for that. So we should be able to drag that formula over, and so if we drag it over, we'll see that we get 2 votes for Scotland and 3 for Maine. But now let's try that special formula. Okay, and so what is it we want to do? Well, we want to multiply everything in the California row by these numbers. Okay, so it's called sum product. and then we're going to multiply everything here. So we're going to multiply 2 by 1, and then presumably it won't do anything if there's nothing in it. So it'll be the 2 times 1. Scotland will be the 3 times 1 and the 2 times 1. Okay. So let's see if we can get that to work. So we'll type in here sum product. And we'll put in the range B5. And I think we'll need the dollar because we want to keep using $B, $5, $B, $10. So we want to keep using that range to multiply by, but we'll change from wanting to do C, D, and E. So those we don't need to do the dollar sign. We don't want to. So we'll multiply that by C5 to C10. Okay, and then we'll put our equal sign in front of that and see what we get. And we get an error. Formula parser, and when I look at it, I see what I did. Okay, so let me take the equal sign out in front of it. Okay, so after a while you just get used to the fact that you're going to often make errors. Okay, so perhaps you can see it there. I put that extra colon in there, $B colon $10. Okay, so I was a programmer for 20 years, still make mistakes. Okay, it's fine to make mistakes. It's just part of programming. So now let's try it, see if it works. And there we did. So we multiplied the 1 by 2. So now let's see if we can move these over. And we move them over and we get the votes for Scotland get multiplied by 3 and by 2, so we get 5. So it looks like we're going to Maine, although Scotland comes in close. And we see that Scotland comes in close because we weighted the exoticness of it, and that made it a close vote because of the exoticness. Okay, so now your job is to do the same thing, but pick something else for you. You can pick 3 kinds of food. Pick 3 vacations you might want to take. Okay, you'll have different things that matter for you, probably not best for dogs or exoticness. So think about what it is that you would do and then weight them, so give some things more important. You might think of a different Christmas present that you want, or a different Halloween costume that you want to wear, and do it that way. And the idea is to think of this, how do you weight different factors?